play, bro. Mr. Miyagi on the payroll. Got that boo-boo off a Groupon. Tried to double a few times. My Haitian eating mango. Hit that whip like he the Django. Had to whip that shit a few times. Spinach the
Call an interview. We about to have a great conversation. The homie Pras is in the building.
What up, baby? How you doing, man?
Pras, how you feeling, man?
I'm so blessed right now, baby. I'm feeling
right,
good.
So for everybody who's been under a rock, legendary artist, producer. I mean, he does films. I mean, you name it, he's done it. And Grammy Award winner, part of the legendary Fugees. How many more accolades? I mean, triple platinum, quadruple platinum,
I mean,
diamond.
You know, I'm going for the EGOT. I got the Grammys.
Yeah.
I got the Emmy. Now I'm looking for the Oscars and the Tony. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A lot more to go. You know, but yeah, it's all good, man.
So
you
the
know?
Oscars and the Tony.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get that.
So before we get to the music, let's talk about this acting for a minute. So when did you start doing the acting thing, and what made you start doing the acting thing?
I started doing the acting thing back in '98. My first movie was with Ben Stiller.
Okay.
I've done a couple movies after that, but then I just kind of like started to do my own thing. You know, I'm on this new vibe where like I've been thinking for years. I just been, you know, reason cats haven't heard from me is because I've been kind of like thinking about like what I want to do with my life.
Okay.
You know, so the first thing is after I did the Fugees, which was great. You know, we did that thing. I went to go build my wealth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? 'Cause I was rich, but I didn't want to be rich because you can go broke after you're rich. I wanted to build wealth. So it's kind of like my money is always working for me.
Right.
And then I wanted to figure out what I wanted to do, you know. So I realized that I was on some Django shit. I just wanted to just get on my horse, ride off the plantation, have my freedom paper, my 40 acres in the mule, go and grow my own mango and cherries and corn. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so now I just cultivate things and do it my own way. You know what I mean? I'm because we created this. This year is gonna make it 44 years since the birth of hip hop.
Yes, sir.
And it's a multi-billion-dollar industry that we created. We created rock and roll. They stole that away from us.
Yep.
We created jazz. They took that away from us.
Stole it.
They lightweight try to take hip hop from us, but it's too saucy. So they're like,
they go and do it so much.
Yeah, let them have it, right? But interestingly enough, we don't own our own IP, right?
Explain that.
Okay. Nobody owns distribution. No black people own distribution. Right. Now this generation is taking a page from somewhere else, not from my generation, because now you're seeing a lot more entrepreneurs in this generation, which makes it lit, in my opinion. My generation, we don't own anything.
Right.
We were signed to labels.
They
own the masters, all of that.
Well, that's due to the digital aspect of it.
It doesn't matter, because guess what? They could have. They still wouldn't. They took the initiative, right? And so, just like for example, I was talking about Lonzo Ball and LeVar Ball. What his father has done is revolutionary. People not paying attention. That kid is the first kid to go walk on the NBA stage come this November and be independent and can wear any sneaker he wants to and wear his own. If he gets to the playoff, that sneaker company is going to be worth $400-500 million. Period. Facts. So you know what's going to happen now? Every kid coming out of high school, college is going to be like, what the hell I need to do a Nike or Adidas deal for? I can go design my own sneakers.
Exactly.
That's what we need to be doing as black people. Owning our own intellectual property. Period.
So where you think from the time you started, early 90s, mid 90s, to now, where you think that disconnect was when you started to the generation now?
It wasn't that it was a disconnect. It was kind of like, you gotta remember something. When you think about it, if you know your history, technically black people, as far as like when we're talking about owning property, wealth, and being rich, it's fairly new to us. Because you gotta remember, segregation ended in 1968.
Right.
70s, you had all the black exploitation.
Okay.
We were happy. We were partying for the whole decade because it was like, damn, I can walk somewhere where there's white people and sit in the same bus as them. This is new to us. Because even though Lincoln freed the slave in 1865, they were like, you may be free, but you segregated, you separated, right? So then the 80s came with Reagan. Killed everything because that's when the introduction of drugs came in. Made it hard for us. We didn't have no jobs.
Yeah.
Right? It was all about being rich. The 90s is when we started to get our mojo back. That's when Michael Jordan started killing it.
Yep.
Okay? That's when hip hop really like it's got a new breath now. Because remember, hip hop came in the 80s, but it was dope.
Yeah.
But these
it
guys wasn't getting no
90s.
money. They wasn't getting 90s is like expanded it. You know what I'm saying? We start taking it really internationally. 2000 it continued, and now we're here today. You see what I'm saying? So with the digital world, yeah, it helped us to be able to say we don't have to go through the middleman anymore.
Right.
But it took that generation to say that, because they could have still been like, man, I gotta go get a record deal and do a 360 deal and, you know what I mean, go back on a plantation. They're like, no, we're not doing that.
Right.
You feel me?
So tell me this, like, you had Ghetto Superstar, you had Avenue, you had 2 albums, but since then it's been a little bit hiatus, and now you got this new single, and I hear you got a new project coming. Why now?
Why not? I just got inspired. I feel like this is the best moment now, because my motivation is not going to be based on finance.
Right.
My motivation is based on the art, and I'm inspired. I love what's going on right now. This is actually the best era, best time for hip hop.
Okay.
Because there's a generation out there where you're not contrived or you're not put in a box on how you need to create. In my days, you had to have a certain type of record.
Right.
You had to be signed to a label. Who are you down with? Bad Boy, Death Row, this here. Who's the producer? Dr. Dre, Timberland, this guy hit. This generation is like, is it lit?
Right.
Is it piping? That's all we care about. I don't care if you're 100 years old. Is it hot? If it ain't hot, don't come talk to us. See what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
Your man just dropped his record. I just heard yesterday. What's my man's name? Just dropped the album.
Who, Bossman?
Who? Little Uzi.
Oh, Lil Uzi.
Sold 150,000.
Oh, okay.
150,000.
I did not know that.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Now
But
you couldn't.
he has an internal.
Right. You couldn't
audience,
do
yeah.
that in my generation. There's no
Okay.
way. You got to do a whole billboard ad. You got to, got to go on David Letterman. Got to go on Jay Leno. Got to go talk to Ellen. Got to go on Oprah damn near. You know.
Right.
It's a whole different vibe, man. That's what's beautiful about it.
So with your new project, is there an album coming?
So my new project, basically, what I decided to do is, it's called Pras Presents. It's like I'm curating this whole sound.
Okay.
And I decided to get a couple artists to come down with me.
Okay.
And portion of the proceeds is going to go back to Haiti.
Okay.
So my dude, Sean Penn, and this guy named Paul Haggis, is a director who did this movie called Crash. He did that video game, Call of Duty.
Mhm.
He got this organization where they build schools and help these kids through the artisan to learn to become engineers, radio guys, producers, directors. And so I want to take a portion of my proceed and donate it to them to help these kids.
Right.
Because we got to get, when I say we, black people, we got to get into the mind frame of giving back. Because no one's going to take care of us. They don't care about us. This planet is threatened by us, period. So we got to get back. Because they doing it with each other. They're just not doing it for us.
Right.
You feel me? So why wouldn't I want to do that? Because look where I'm sitting at right now. I'm able to say I'm one of the lucky ones that got out. I'm one of the lucky ones that have been able to say my group and I, we done some incredible things.
Amazing things.
You know what I'm saying to you? After 20 years after, people still talking about my group. That's amazing. That's a blessing. I thank God every day for that, right? I'm able to say I got the most incredible world on this planet. I live in L.A., Beverly Hills. I live in New York, Soho. I travel all around the world, So why wouldn't I want to give back? so
Right.
so other kids can come up. You know, there was a time in my era you couldn't say you were Haitian.
Yeah.
You had these Haitians running around acting like they was from Paris.
Wow.
Saying from Paris or Montreal, you know, that nonsense. Then you had a bunch of them acting like they were Jamaicans.
Yeah.
You know, couldn't even have they didn't even have the patois accent, but they're like, I'm Jamaican.
But y'all pretty much kicked down the door for that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Now everybody's repping the Haitian flag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying to you, which is a great thing. You feel me? It's inclusion. But that's what it's about.
Let me ask you this, because you just touched on a couple things. Giving back, first of all, and then the fact that you're from Haiti. Now, what's your stance on the whole situation, what's going on in Houston right now?
Well, I mean, it's unfortunate, you know, with the
Yeah,
hurricane.
yeah, definitely.
You know, but it's time, not just black people, but it's time also, I think the whole country should come back together, rally behind Houston, because they need us. You know what I mean? It's madness over there right now.
Yeah.
You know, but this is a situation where this is a national disaster. But what I'm talking about is something totally different.
Right.
I'm talking about black excellence.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm here to promote. That's my mission. So when you ask me why, this is a way for me to be able to give back, because I'm a creative person. I don't want to get into politics.
Okay.
I'm in politics.
I got you.
But I don't want to run for office.
Right,
I don't
right,
want
right,
to be
right.
an elected official.
Right.
The way for me to be able to give back and control my destiny and anyone else around me is through my creative art.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying to you? So that's why when you ask why.
Okay. Okay. So with the new project, is the message pretty much that, the black excellence?
The message is just art. It's more about the action. Right? What sense does it make if I make a song called We Are the World and go raise $100 million and it doesn't get to the people?
And go buy 50 Bentleys.
Right. You see what I'm saying to you? That's not what it's about. It's about the action.
So let me ask you this. So these artists that are coming up now, they're doing these projects, and they're not doing platinum numbers, but they're doing decent. They're doing good.
You don't have to do platinum numbers if you're independent.
Yeah, but when I say doing good, do 10,000, 15,000, and that's good, independent. But what is your advice to those artists to give back, to do something different besides, like I said, all the flossing and shit?
Look, man, look. What you do on the surface,
Yeah,
creatively, I can never tell somebody what they should do.
right.
Because you could run around fronting like you Mother Teresa and Gandhi,
Yeah.
and behind the scene, you doing ill stuff.
Yeah.
Domestic violence, doing things that's not
Right.
morally correct. It's not about the surface. It's about what do you do behind that. So what I mean is that I'm not saying everybody gotta be on some positiveness as far as like the message you want to put out there or convey artistically.
All right.
What I'm saying is, when you do get something, and it doesn't that maybe some people can't donate money. You know, if you sell 10,000 copies, you only made 50, 100 grand. I don't expect you to go, but there's other ways of giving back,
Right.
right? There's so many ways to give back. Like for example, we as black people for so long, because we haven't had much, what we had came to us in such a short amount of time that when we have something, when we know something, we tend to keep it to ourselves.
Right.
I don't want to share my secret of how I made it with you.
Right.
I want to be the only dude, like my man
that did it
Stephen.
your way. Right.
You know Stephen from Django? Your man Sam Jackson character.
Yeah, like that.
You don't want to be like that guy.
Right.
That guy want to keep the whole kitchen to himself,
Right.
the master house. Remember when Django came walking in the horse? He was like, who's that nigga on the horse, right? You know, your man was just hating.
Yeah.
You feel me? What I'm saying to you is that we got to get back to, not get back, we got to get to the point where we give back.
Okay.
I'm trying to help to be part of the global community. Like I was with Puff the other day, right?
Yeah.
At the fight. And he was saying the same thing, like, yo, bro, listen, we got to get together. We got to build this coalition. You know what I'm saying? We got to lead by example so everyone else does it on their level. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like what Jay did with 444.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh my God, he's doing to me. But I didn't realize, like, some of us were already on that page, but now him saying it, it just continues the dialogue.
But that's part of my question, because it always seemed like you and your group, y'all were already on that page in the 90s, early 90s. And when now, like you said, Jay-Z drops his album, like you said, people like Puff are saying this, they weren't on that shit back then. Clear and plain, they weren't. Now, do you think it's a maturity thing, or do you think it's a genuine thing?
It's probably a combination of both. But you know how I look at it? Doesn't matter why or how you get there as long as you get there.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying to you? Because now we need it more so than ever before.
Right.
There's a bunch of innocent black kids getting killed by these cops out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? So we got to instill this knowledge.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying to you? Because like I said, if we don't do it for ourselves, who's going to do it for us?
Right.
Period. Why should I feel, listen, I'm a type of dude, if I'm driving a Ferrari, I want everybody in my clique driving a Ferrari. I don't want to be driving a Ferrari racing my man in his Lexus.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. I want everybody to be, because there's enough for everyone.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, like, I want to change the temperature of the room a little bit, because we real serious right now. But let's go back to the music and the new project. Young M.A. on the first single, Pump Fakin.
Yes.
Pump Fakin. First of all, the record is crazy.
Thank you.
I fuck with it.
Thank you.
Why Young M.A. and how did that combination happen?
Young M.A., so that combination was organic.
Okay.
So one of my mans, you know, I was working on this project. I've been working on this, even though you haven't seen me in the scene, obviously I've been in the studio just honing my craft, whatever.
Right.
So my man heard the record. He was like, man, this record is tight. He said, and it just so happened he was working with Young M.A. on her project. And he's like, let me play for her. I'm like, what? Because I would have never thought about going after Young M.A. on my own.
Right.
So he broke down to her what the project was about, played her the record. She felt the record, and she dropped a verse with me.
Okay.
You know, so I thank her for that. So, you know, Pump Fakin is kind of like it's a teaser to that project that's actually coming out in the fall called Pras Presents.
Right.
And I love it, man.
So is this project a full album? Or?
Full album,
Okay.
soundtrack.
And
So right now I got my man Neo on the record.
Okay.
The next single after this coming out next month is Mary J. Blige, Rick Ross, and myself.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Record is
big.
Yeah. When I say big, this is Mary J. Blige, 411.
Queen Mary.
Queen Mary, soulful, Hennessy on her throat.
Yeah.
Cigarette at the side of
Queen
the mouth.
Gutter Mary.
Yeah, like soul.
Depressed again.
To me, she is the most soulful artist
Facts.
in our generation, period.
Yeah.
Period.
Hands down. Hands down.
Hands down, like the most soulful. Feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that combination, like you say Mary, and to hear you say you're doing a record with Mary, it isn't surprising. But when you say, all right, and we're going to throw Ross on it, so why that combination?
First of all, I'm a big Rick Ross fan from day one.
Likewise.
I'm not one of those dudes who jumped on Rick.
Yeah.
In the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Is that my phone? Oh, my bad.
It's all good, man. You earned that.
I represent and love anyone that represent the Haitian flag, and Rick been representing the Haitian flag.
Yeah.
Rick been representing Haiti so hard. I had arguments with my cousins about Rick not being Haitian.
Right.
They thought Rick was Haitian.
Yeah.
That's how hard he represent Haiti.
But his people hate.
There's no way, you know. So
Yeah.
when he blessed me with that verse, oh my God.
Yeah.
Feel me? Yeah, man.
So who else? Are there any other big features on the project?
I'm only waiting for 3 more.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm not gonna mention their names
It hasn't happened yet. I got you.
I'm waiting for the verses.
Yeah.
Y'all know who you are. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for these verses. I'm waiting for you guys. I'm waiting for the verse. Wait, let me see. That might have been a verse.
That's a verse.
No, it wasn't.
Might be right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, nigga, that ain't you.
Yeah, that's not the wrong person, yo. I don't. What you calling me for? You know. But yeah.
Oh man. So after this project, I mean, what's the long-term goal? I mean, I can't say long-term goal because you've done so much already. But the future for Pras.
The future is shine bright like a diamond.
Okay.
Future is very bright. My best is around the corner. I feel like I haven't really done what I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to do, and what I was put on this planet to do. I did the first part already. I think the first part of my existence, what I was supposed to do is introduce the world to the great Wyclef Jean Lauryn Hill.
Right.
Did that.
Right.
Feel me?
A lot of people don't understand that either, that you were kind of the foundation behind that group.
Not kind of, I was.
Yeah, that's
No
what I'm saying.
question.
Like a lot of people don't
it was my
understand
brainchild.
that
Period.
you knew everybody before everybody knew each other.
1,000.
So do you feel like you were overlooked in the whole thing, or was it cool that my plan came together?
Listen, I chase greatness.
Right.
I don't chase waterfalls.
Right.
Okay? I'm all about winning championship. I won a championship with the supergroup.
Okay.
Now I'm going for my own little championship. Feel me what I'm saying? So it's good, baby. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they go to sleep, after they pray to God, they thank me and they sleep.
Right.
Because I'm the reason why this all happened.
Right.
And I'm proud of that.
That's what's up,
You know
man.
what I'm saying, too? So it's all good with me.
So I'm looking forward to this project, right? And we got a lot of people in the building that want to talk to you. So before we get you out of here, I got to ask you one thing.
Yes, sir.
You've had a great career, and you've been to a lot of countries, a lot of cities. You've worked with a lot of artists. I just want to know the craziest experience. Tell me a story, the crazy experience with collaborating with an artist, working with an artist that you've done.
I got so many.
This is the craziest. Pick one.
All right, I'll give you one simple. I had an Obama story, but I can't give that one. But I got another one. So, Ghetto Superstar.
Yeah.
We're working on the record. So I'm in California.
Maya and ODB.
Maya, old dirty bastard.
Yeah.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace. I'm working on the record. The record is looped at the studio called Enterprise in California.
Okay.
So, I'm trying to write my verse, whatever. And then Old Dirty comes to the studio with his crew.
All right.
But he comes into my room. So I'm thinking because I've never met him before that.
So he wasn't supposed to be there.
Listen to the story.
All right, I got you.
So we done show with Wu-Tang, but I never really met anyone except for Method Man at that point.
Okay.
So Old Dirty is like, damn, why are these niggas in my room?
Yeah.
So we're like, no, this is my room. So we arguing with him back and forth for about 25, 30 minutes, trying to convince him it's not his room. A breakthrough happens. He says, I hate when Unique be doing that. So I said, wait, Unique? As in Unique Studio? He said, yeah. I hate when they be putting niggas in my room. I said, but Unique Studio's in New York. This is California.
Oh, shit.
So then I was like, but I'm still confused. I can understand, sometimes you traveling, you get things confused. But where I was really confused at, Unique Studio, you have to get on the elevator to get to the studio.
Oh, wow.
Enterprise, you just walk in.
Wow.
So I'm trying to figure out, even if you were in the wrong state of mind,
What was you smoking?
what were you smoking? Because you didn't get on the elevator. So I had to tell him that. He's like, damn, you're right. Right? So then he's about to leave, and he goes, wait, what's this beat in the background? I said, oh, no, it's something I'm working on. He said, what is it? So I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, I gotta make nice with this dude and kind of like just lightweight explain. I said, yeah, I'm working the soundtrack, woo woo, Warren Beatty, da da da. He said, what? Get on it. And Clef came in, and Clef was like, what's going on? I'm like, yo, this da 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 da. And ODB's like, I want to get on this record. So Clef tells me in Creole, listen, man, let that clown get on the record, and then we're just gonna erase this shit when it's done.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. So I said, yeah, man. He said, what's the record about? So I go into the whole story. He goes in.
Yeah.
And does the by the way, the way he recorded the record.
Yeah.
Crazy. He did his ad-libs first.
Wow.
And then, so it's 2 verses. So then he had the engineer go to 1 verse and he'll be like, stop. Hi. This is it. So we was like,
what the fuck is that?
What is he doing? It was just so weird. The recording was just bonkers.
Yeah.
And then after it was all said and done, he left. I told the engineer, I said, yo, man, erase this bullshit, man. It like, all right, he said, let me just listen to it because it was interesting. So we listened to it. Like, damn, this shit's kind of hype.
Yeah. Yeah.
We might have to keep this one right here. And that's how it happened.
Wow.
Straight up. I mean, there's no way I would call Old Dirty back. That's the last person I would call to go come on a record.
Do a record, right.
It's just, where would I?
Back then, yeah.
That's one of my craziest stories.
That is crazy, man.
Yeah.
And moving forward after that, before he passed, how was the relationship?
Relationship was great because we sold 4 million soundtrack.
Yeah.
So he was happy. You know, he got paid.
4 million soundtrack, and excuse me if I say this, for a horrible movie. The movie was horrible.
That's my man, though. You know,
the movie was horrible.
But the song was incredible.
The song was fucking incredible.
But guess what? Now here's what's interesting about the movie, though.
Yeah.
What that movie was about.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch it, it's what's happening right now in politics.
Probably. Yeah.
No, not probably. It is because remember he was a senator.
Yeah.
He was a clown, acting like he was hip hop.
Yeah.
Happened to get elected.
Yeah. Said Donald Trump.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Point taken.
No.
Okay.
Well, I think not so much about all the antics, more about how someone who came outside of the system came in, penetrated, and won.
Right.
You know, I'm deep in politics, so I have a lot of feelings about both sides of the party, whether you be Democrat or Republican. Yeah. And that's why I urge people, and I know black people don't care about this, but I urge black people to really get involved, especially local politics, because one of the issues we have in these communities with these officers is because we don't have our own people representing us. Yeah. We take that, so if you don't have people representing you, you can't expect them to look out for you. Right. If they're not the same color as you. You know what I'm saying to you?
So moving forward, you've had a lot of success with, like you said, Ghetto Superstar, the Fugees. What is the ultimate goal as far as sales and as far as reach with the new projects?
Listen, I think sales-wise, that's going to come whatever it's going to be. Yeah. What's most important for me is people loving the vibe. Right. That's more, because when you create your art, you want people to appreciate it and love it. That's more important, because if people love it and appreciate it, the sales going to come. So I'm not worrying about sales. I'm worrying about people like, there's no shit he got. It's crazy. Yeah. That's more important. That's how, when we did the score, that's what it was about. It was about, the first album, people was like, so we like, listen, we wanted, the best feeling for me is when Biggie came to me one time I was in Florida and said to me, the score's my favorite album. And he was naming songs, naming lyrics from, that's Notorious B.I.G.R.A.P. Yeah. You know what I'm saying to you? Pop. Saying Fugees is one of his favorite records. You know what I mean? When I hear those are the kind of things you want.
It's arguably one of the best hip hop albums of all time.
Thank you. I mean, but I'm just saying, just to hear your peers say that, that's the best thing on the planet.
Yeah. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
Well, Pras, you got your new project. Do you have a date on that?
Well, the single's coming out next month, September.
Okay.
The album, you know how these days you don't really have dates.
When we ready to put that shit out, motherfuckers.
But it's gonna
Stay
come
tuned.
out, right? But it's coming out in the fall though. But it's just gonna.
All right, well, that's what it is. Well, we at 6'6", we got your back 100%. We gonna pump fake the pump faking single.
Yeah.
We gonna play the shit out of it though.
Thank you.
That shit is crazy. Shout out to Young M.A.
Shout out to Young
on that
M.A.
joint. Looking forward to hearing the joint with Rose and Mary. And are there any new artists that you have on the project that you want to shout out before you get out of here?
I'm a big shout out to my man Bruck up here, but I got my homegirl, one of my female artists, Kelsey, on there. Is this female artist named Moxie. So I got a couple young Haitian artists that's gonna come on there also. Big shout out to my man Kodak Black.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To Haitian dude doing this thing. Yo, bro, I need a verse from you. Anyway, so yeah, so this is vibes, man.
That's
vibes.
what it is, man. Shout out to the homie Pras. Y'all make some noise for Pras. Corey Banks, let's get to that pump faking one more time. We're gonna play some of his music. We got Boss Man video premiere coming up next. Core DJ WildChild DNA, broadcast live, 66 Raw Radio. Yeah, man.
Raw